So there's lots that influences our pelvis. So diet is one, our posture is one, fitness. So what we do for exercise, if we exercise, so lifestyle habits, like are we active or are we sedentary? Do we sit a lot? What position do we sit in? Those are some main ones. And diet-wise, it's things like there can be bladder irritants or things that can set off urgency or sensations of needing to go or frequency. Also, if we're eating inflammatory foods, a lot of inflammatory foods and sugars, that type of thing, that creates inflammation in our body, which can directly influence the function in our muscles, the sensations that we may have in our pelvic organs. From a movement perspective, if we are moving, what are we doing? Do we participate in high impact activity all the time, really heavy lifting, lots of running, that type of thing? Are we doing any fitness at all? Or maybe we sit most of the day, and then if we're sitting a lot, do we end up sitting in a position that's not really great for our pelvic floor, that can contribute to some challenges? And then there's Kegel exercises. So we kind of, when I'm working with people, we kind of look holistically at lots of different things. The main focus that I do is specializing in the movement and the posture and fitness side of things. Mm-hmm. And Kegel exercises are a voluntary contraction, lift, and relaxation of that group of muscles, of the pelvic floor muscles. Mm-hmm. Most people associate a Kegel exercise with just a squeeze. And oftentimes, because of that interpretation, they will squeeze their inner thighs or they'll squeeze their glutes, their butt cheeks, thinking that they're doing a Kegel exercise. And the problem is people hear that they're supposed to do Kegels, but nobody ever spends the time to teach you how to do them. There's never an evaluation of the pelvic floor, which is one of the benefits of pelvic floor physio. But you can self-assess as well. So if you can use one or two fingers inside your vagina, and then what you want to feel I always say do it on an exhalation. So as you exhale, you can kind of pretend like you're blowing out a straw with your pursed lips. And you should, visualize picking up a blueberry with your vagina and your anus. And what you would feel ideally is a gentle hug of your fingers. So if your pelvic floor is hugging your fingers, and then a gentle drawing up as you pick up your blueberry, mm-hmm. and then can you let that go? So that's just one visualization. There's lots of different visualizations. There's a couple of videos on YouTube called the core breath that will walk you through that. But Kegels are, once you understand how to access your pelvic floor and do a voluntary contract, lift, and letting go, then we need to bring it into movement. So my 3C approach to pelvic floor fitness is do Kegels correctly, do them consistently so pretty much every day, and do them coordinated with movement. And that means not like when you walk and run, but when you're doing a squat, when you're doing a bicep curl, when you're doing a bridge exercise, bring the pelvic floor into it. And that, because it's the foundation of our core, it turns it into a core exercise. Yes. It helps improve function. It helps improve the reactivity and the responsiveness of the pelvic floor. So those are kind of my standards or parameters around